stoichiometry. Stoichio means element. And metry means to measure. And essentially what you're going to be doing here with this chapter is you've got chemical reactions. They are going to keep going as long as they have reactants available. Okay. It's kind of like me telling you, okay, you are going to go home and you're going to make chocolate chip cookies. Okay. And you're going to make chocolate chip cookies and you're going to keep making them until you run out of one of your ingredients. Okay. And then when you run out of one of your ingredients, you're going to stop. And that's what happens here. You have to be able to figure out by doing a little bit of math which reactant you're going to use up first. Then by doing some other math, you're going to be able to tell me, okay, how many chocolate chip cookies are you making? Are you able to make with those ingredients? And this stoichiometry is going to allow you to do that. Okay. It's using your balanced chemical equation, which is why you needed to be able to balance equations in chapter 9, which is why you needed to be able to write formulas in chapters 7 and 8, so that when you get to this chapter, you can write that equation out and be able to do the math with it and be comfortable with it. All right. But today, before we start with the complicated math and all of the formulas for like actual chemicals, we're going to be talking about breakfast. You ready to talk about breakfast? You are a short order cook and you're making a breakfast special. That breakfast special is going to consist of 2 eggs and 3 pieces of bacon. And that is going to result in a breakfast special that is created that looks like this. All right. So the way these work is you are going to be working with trying to figure out how many things you can make. Okay. So let's say that we wanted to make enough breakfast specials for everybody in here to have one. Okay. So we're going to want to have 13 of these, right? There's 13 of us. I get to eat too, right? Yeah. You want me to eat today? Probably could afford to skip a meal, but yeah, we won't go there. All right. So we need to figure out how much of this stuff we're going to use to be able to make that happen. Okay. So in the end, after all is said and done, I want to end up with 13 of these. So I will have added 13 along the way. And in the beginning, I wouldn't have had any. Correct? Didn't have any breakfast specials to start with. The way this works is in this change area here, if you have a value here and you want to be able to figure out your ratios, you're going to take this up and whatever value is here, if you're going up, you're going to divide. So 13 divided by 1 is what? 13. Okay. And we call this the cloud. It's just our terminology here. It's not a chemistry term. Like if you go to college or you go to another high school in the country, they won't have a clue what you're talking about putting stuff up into the cloud. Okay. It's just our terminology that we use here at Craig High School. All right. So going up into the cloud, we divide. Coming down out of the cloud, what do you think we're going to do? Multiply. We multiply by the coefficients. So this is going to tell me how many of each of these things I need. So for the bacon, I'm going to multiply 13 times 3, which I think is 39. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, so I would have needed 39 of these. on hand to make that work out so that I didn't have any left over. Okay. And then here, how many would I have needed? 26. So I wouldn't have any left over. But that would make us 13 bacon specials. Okay. So today, what you're going to do with your homework is you are going to be looking at some ratios. I'm trying to get over to the answer key here. There we go. You're going to be looking at some ratios in terms of cooked rice. You're going to be looking at some ratios in terms of pizzas. And I think there might be some breadcrumbs here. You'll just want to eat by the time you're done with this. So maybe some pizzas, some buffets. I don't know. Lots of good stuff going on. But this also gives you an opportunity if you are still wanting to retake